All right, everybody. Well, after our long holiday hiatus, we are back and better than ever. Michael, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So we had actually recorded one episode at the start of December, and it got like lost. Justin's stuff crashed. It was sad because it was actually kind of a funny episode. Like we fumbled the bag a little bit on that, but it's okay.
In the cloud.
It's somewhere
And,
out in the cloud, wherever the cloud is. But besides that, we've been so good. But we were recording that episode virtually because I had COVID.
Gross.
Yeah, it was so honestly. So this was my second time getting COVID, and Mike is still the undefeated COVID champion of the world.
That's
Still
it.
one of the only people that I know.
I'm a unicorn.
You really are. Like one of the only people I know to have never gotten COVID, which is like at this point you got to keep it up.
Yeah, and if I get it, I'm not telling anyone.
No, because now that would just be embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want
You're like,
it.
I've come thus far. I'm not gonna but I literally was so sick this time around. It was actually kind of crazy. I really was not expecting it. But I survived, made it out on the other side of everything, and I was just glad that I got it before Christmas, so I was like still healthy.
Yeah, you were like in the clear.
Yeah, I was like, I actually don't even really care if I'm.
My sister and my mom had COVID last year for Christmas, so I was like an orphan.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
That is awful. But they were healthy this year, and you were healthy this year?
Yeah, we were all good. Quiet Christmas.
Me too. Nice and quiet Christmas. I actually hosted for the first time. People don't talk about that. That is stressful, hosting a Christmas.
You hosted?
Yeah, I was like the hostess with the mostess. And
I usually host Christmas Eve.
yes, so my mom hosts Christmas Eve, and she used to host Christmas Day too, but I was like, you know what, I guess I'll do it this year, like take it off her plate.
What'd you make?
I bought from
I love that.
like the Common Market, which is like a restaurant in Quincy. They sent me an email like right as I was planning my Christmas stuff, and it was like, for this amount of money, like we can cater your whole Christmas, and I was like, sold, easy, short money, and that's the best money I'm ever gonna spend. I would way rather do that than try to like make mashed potatoes for 9 people.
Well, that's what we said this year. We were like, my mom was like, we're getting it catered.
Yeah,
She's
no,
like, we're never cooking again.
No, Andrew made he made a prime rib and he made a ham and then we just got all the sides.
That's perfect.
And it was so much better that day. I told my parents to bring my family to bring the appetizers. I told his family to bring the desserts.
Oh, you had everyone.
Oh, I had everyone. It was a real blended Christmas.
Whoa.
It was blended.
How was that?
Yeah, it was good. I have a new nephew, which is really exciting. He's just about a month old, which is awesome. So it was like pretty low key, the 2 kids, my family, my husband's family. And it was nice. It was just like that movie Blended. It was just like that. Just 2 families, merging together to be one for the holidays.
Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah, no, it was
Does
nice.
do couples normally do that? I guess I never think about it
Yeah. Some people we do just because we both live in the same general vicinity of each other.
Because you guys normally split up, right? Like you do your You're the
which-
couple that do that, right?
Yeah, that's us. Yeah. So it's kind of like people make fun of us, but we both are really big family people. That's I always joke that's one of the only things that my husband and I have in common, because we really have very, very different personalities, interests, everything. But one of the things that we do have in common is we're both super close with our family. So we both kind of decided until we have a kid, why are we bothering trying to share our time? Let's just do what we want to do, and our family members will understand because they know that we like to do our own thing. And everybody's kind of like, okay, I know that my husband goes with his family and I go with mine, and that's it's kind of nice. People, I think some people think it's weird, but it doesn't really bother us.
No, I kind of like that because it's you want to do your own.
Right. It's I love his family, but I love my family much more.
Yeah, totally.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, duh.
But yeah, no, besides that, it was good. And then...
Is your niece, prime time Santa believer or not get it?
Yeah. But so she's, she says, ho-ho. That's what she calls...
How old is she?
She's 2.
Okay.
So that's, for Santa, it's oh my God, ho-ho.
So next year will be your big year.
Next year will be the big year. But this year was when we did presents at my mom's house on Christmas Eve. She was sprinting around opening everybody's gifts. She would be So her name is Lucy, but she can't say Lucy yet. So she points to herself and goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. And like, as if like for Lucy. So she's running over to every present going, ooh, ooh, ooh. And we're
That's
like, no,
cute.
I'm like, that's mine. That's for Auntie. And she's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, fine, open it. Go ahead. Whatever. Take it. So she's just like shredding all the paper. I'm like, okay, girl. I mean, you do you. Merry Christmas to you.
Dead.
And then she'll play with one thing for like 3 seconds and then move on to the box. I'm like, good thing we all spent so much money on you because
What was
you
the big
only-
gift?
I got her a so her birthday is the start of December. So for her birthday, I got her like a Little People Frozen castle
Cute.
that sings like "Let It Go."
Mm-hmm.
So she's like running around going "Let It Go," like, which is really funny, and because she's just as tone deaf as her aunt, which is good. And so yeah, she was like sprinting around with that. So that was good. And then I just got her like some little other princess Little People things to go with it.
Cute.
But I felt bad, like I didn't get my nephew anything, but like I don't really know him that well yet.
Yeah, and he was just born.
Yeah,
So it's
like-
like you don't.
Yeah.
You got your sister stuff for him already.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's like
He's just like I don't like he's just still
yeah,
a baby.
a newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're chill, but they're not I don't know him. I don't know him the same way I know my niece.
Hmm.
You know, I know her interests, I know her hobbies. He's still figuring it out.
What'd you get your hubby?
What did I? Oh, okay. So I got him, and so let me set the scenario for you. If I say to my husband, like, we're getting one big gift, we'll just get each other one big gift because our anniversary's coming up, like, and we
Yeah.
don't really need a lot. We just redid our kitchen, whatever.
Yep.
So it's like one big ish gift, like nothing too crazy. And he's like, okay, one big ish gift. So then I start wrapping, for the presents or whatever. And he's like, why are there so many under the tree for me? And I'm like, yeah, one big ish gift and then like a couple small things.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like still like stocking stuff or
yeah,
shit.
of course, like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I thought we just said one thing. And I was like, but you
Yeah,
have to understand, like, one big thing.
Yeah, like
And then a couple
little
small
things. Yeah.
And he was like, well, you didn't say that. You said one big thing.
We'll
So
get
then
on
it's-
Amazon.
Right. So I'm like, and then it's 2 days before Christmas. And I'm like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm just at Target picking up a couple things. I'm like, okay. But so I got him, he wanted like one of those like cool recovery tubs. Like it's basically, you see them all over TikTok. It's like
the ice thing.
it's like an ice bath basically, and you leave it outside and you put a little lid over it, and in the winter it gets super cold and you like crack the ice and then you take a like 1 minute little bath in
Yeah.
it and then you go inside. Like
Yeah.
whatever. Could never be me because I hate the cold and that sounds absolutely miserable.
I
to me.
heard it's like so good for anxiety.
So that's what I've heard too, but it's like I'm perpetually cold, so I think I'd be like, "Bleh." I don't think
Yeah.
I would like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like it either.
I just like don't think in the grand scheme of things that would not be my top priority.
Yeah.
So I got him that and then like some other small stuff, a couple new pillows, like things like that.
Yeah.
And then he got me a new sewing machine, which like
Cute.
so domestic of me.
That's
I'm
a
just,
good
like,
gift for you though.
I'm just such a domestic. Well, I've had my same sewing machine since I was like literally 13, which like it still works and it's fine.
Whoa, you've been making your own shit since that
Yeah.
13.
It's been a hobby of mine for a long time. So I started
that's
when
so
I was
cute.
younger, and then I did all that. But that we were just you and I both, like the reason that we were not here, we were so busy. Like I was just in my Miss Darbus era directing the play.
Mm-hmm.
You were starting a new business venture,
Right.
which we can get into, and we were just two moguls out here making our way in the world. But we're back and we're regrouping as we head into 2023.
I know.
New year, new us.
And then how are you doing what are you doing for your anniversary? The big.
So we're gonna go to dinner at Trattoria El Panino in the North End.
Love.
That's where we got engaged.
Cute.
Yeah, so we're gonna go
That's
there.
cute.
Yeah. And then maybe just like get a couple drinks around the North End, etc., etc. You know what I'm really excited about, and this is gonna sound like so corny, but I love it. So at my bridal shower, my everybody wrote like well wishes for us on our first anniversary.
Oh, cute.
And we haven't opened it yet, so we're gonna open it tomorrow and see what it says and do all that stuff. And then you're supposed to save the top layer of your wedding cake.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting in my freezer for a year now, and
Yeah.
through the kitchen remodel and everything. So we're gonna eat it tomorrow. I hope it's still good.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why we do it either, but it's a tradition. So
No, I know. That's one I don't.
I'm just gonna roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't even want cake at my wedding.
Yeah, my sister did cupcakes and it was like way better.
I want an ice cream sundae bar.
That's a slay. I love that.
Yeah.
That's like nice. I feel like that that's like chic, different, fun. Like donuts, it's been done. No offense to the donut
Yeah, and
people.
I'm not a donut girl either.
No,
Like
me
I
neither.
think that's weird.
It's just like that's a
making
breakfast food.
donuts your thing.
Yeah.
Like it's literally
No,
just
wait, when did donuts become like your
yeah,
personality
like
trait?
when the loving donuts is just like loving friends.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
same
No,
thing.
I equate them on the same level.
It's like why? Like yeah, I love a donut like every now and then. Like I won't say no to a Boston cream, but like I'm not like it's not my personality.
no.
You know?
There's much more substance to you than enjoying a donut.
Yeah,
It's just like
exactly.
it's just if there's not, then you should
Yeah,
worry.
the only thing good about it was that they're Instagrammable.
They're super Instagrammable.
That's like it.
Yeah. I went through like a good Instagram phase where I was getting a lot of love when I would, in the morning, I would go to Coffee Break Cafe because I'm like such a townie. And I would get a large iced coffee and I would take my donut that I
And
would
put
get at
it
Coffee
on the
Break and put it
top.
on the straw.
Yeah, that was like
and
the
everyone was
thing
like, oh
to
my God,
do
that's
though.
so funny. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's really not that funny. I just like, it's just something quirky that I do.
Yeah.
Like, but they are very Instagrammable.
Yeah.
But I think we always go through trend cycles of like desserts. So it was like
Yeah.
donuts, it was cupcakes, it was like now I think it's like boba, crumble cookies, like
Crumble cookie. Well,
cookies.
crumble cookies is
They are pretty legit.
is worth it.
They are pretty legit. But sometimes when you get a bad one, they're really not that good.
Yeah.
But when you get a good one, it's really good.
Totally.
Really good.
I love crumble cookie.
I had like a lemon cheesecake one there, or lemon raspberry cheesecake one time, and like the cookie was like a crust. It was so good. Yeah. Speaking of towny things, I went to Encore last night.
I saw that.
I know that's like right up your wheelhouse, right in
Mhm.
your general vicinity. What a great spot.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just
It's
love
cool.
it
It's
Are you a gambler? Do you like to gamble?
no.
Me neither, but my mom was like, "You're being annoying. Here's $40 and leave me alone for an hour," and I did. And
Did you win?
well, so here's my problem with the reason that I'm a horrible gambler is because I will put the $20 into the machine, and the second I get up to like $23, I'm like, I'm up. I should cash out. And it's like, oh,
That
I'm
high-
only up $3, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm up. Like I have to. I should walk away while I'm still up. Like
Dead. I did it once in Mohegan, or not Mohegan, Foxwoods.
love Foxwoods.
And I was just like drunk playing at the slots, and I won like $500.
Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Last night when I was there, a woman, like 2 machines away from us, won $12,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like crazy. I was like, oh my God. My mom's like, I was playing next to her earlier. I was playing next to her. I'm like, amazing.
Sick, yeah.
Incredible. I'm like, maybe her luck will rub off on you. I don't know.
Dead.
But my mom's like a big gambler like that. So she gets like the free rooms. Like when I go visit her in Florida, we stay at like all the nice casinos down there. It's like kind of a vibe. It's nice. She gets like really hooked up with, but I mean, you have to spend money to make money. Obviously, they're no
Totally.
fool. Like
I only like casinos because you can smoke in them.
totally. And in Encore, you can't.
I know, boring.
Lame. Corny.
But I love that. I love a cig inside.
Sigs inside.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what else is new with you? Tell us what's been going on.
I mean, the billboard.
Yes. Talk about the billboard.
That was.
Hold on. Move your mic. I can't hear you. Though.
Oh, can we now?
That's better.
Yeah, the billboard. That was.
You might want if you want to turn it a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
That better.
Yeah, I think so.
The billboard. That's been like my
Billboard dad.
The big.
I
big thing.
I didn't get the. Like I should have known when I saw the Billboard Dad stuff, but I was like, I wonder what this is about.
Yeah, like no one.
Like, I'm so stupid. I'm like, what could this possibly be?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved being cryptic with it because I was
Yeah.
just being so annoying.
It's giving Easter eggs.
Yeah. But no, I ended up getting it through a person my friend Connor I work
Mhm.
with because he works for Outfront,
Mhm.
and we because I'm a media buyer, so we bought a lot of inventory for my clients with him over the year.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Do you want like a weekend of inventory if I can get it approved as like
Yeah.
a holiday gift?"
So this is for Mike's other podcast and his Instagram account that he runs, the Bravo Bottoms, and they got a billboard, like a full blown ass billboard.
Billboard.
It was so cool. I was like,
Yeah.
I was starstruck for you. Like I was like, oh my
it
God.
it was crazy
Yeah.
to like we went at midnight to go because it's like the digital billboard, so
Yeah.
it's like you just get thrown in the inventory and go live for like those dates.
Yeah.
And when we watched it like come across, it was like crazy.
Oh my god, I would have been sobbing. I would have been like really, really crying.
Yeah, it was surreal.
That's so cool. I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks, girlfriend.
So yeah, that was awesome. And then you guys started the podcast as well.
Yep. So we do that. It's more like we'll kind of like us. We'll like shoot the shit for the first like 20.
Yeah.
And then we do like a full deep dive on like whatever
Yeah.
aired on Bravo that week
Right.
and like kind of give our POV
Yeah.
recap.
So we'll keep the Bravo separate. I'll give the Bravo can go to the bottoms, and you and I will
Anything
talk
that's
more
like
of the
mainstream that
yeah,
we
of
can
course,
pull
yeah,
over.
like something big,
Yeah.
like Jen Shaw going to jail.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that's a big thing that we can
I
talk
know.
about.
2 weeks
But
next week.
I know, insane. But for the most part, the Bravo content will stay with the bottoms, and we'll keep you with the
Yeah.
more mainstream pop culture-y vibe, which is great.
Yeah.
But we have to have Brandon on. Like, I think he would just.
I
love
know.
it.
I want him to come on too. So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure it out.
That'll be fun. All right. Well, so let's dive into some topics. We're gonna recap each of our top 5 pop culture moments of the year, but just like a couple little topics to get into before we do that. Oh wait, but also, what have you been watching? What have like?
Yeah.
I feel like this time I've been really on my
So,
TV grind.
Sex Lives of College Girls.
Yep, I finally started watching.
Oh, started?
Started. I'm not done yet. I'm in the middle of season 1.
Are you loving it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
like
good.
the perfect before bed show.
Yeah, because it's quick. It's
Yep.
like snackable.
But I had to take a pause when Emily in Paris came back.
I haven't watched it yet. The season
Ever?
3. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
I
no,
was
no,
gonna say, I'm
season-
like,
No,
oh
I
my-
love.
I was
love.
gonna say that's so your wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's so
the marketing, like
the
everything.
marketing. I love that they
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're
it's
always
the
smoking
best.
cigarettes.
So yeah, I haven't watched season 3 yet. So I watched Sex Lives, College Girls. I've watched. What were we just watching? Oh, Elite. That's like
I
my.
don't know that. What
It's
is
like
that?
Spanish Gossip Girl with
Oh.
like Pretty Little with
Oh.
like how to. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. So
The
that,
White Lotus season finale.
White Lotus.
That's what I watched all of White Lotus while I had COVID. In time
Oh, you did do it.
Yep, in time for me to watch the season finale in real time.
What do you think?
Listen, if you're not caught up on White Lotus, like stop right now. The timestamp, whatever it is, however many, how
Honestly,
many minutes in are we, Justin?
Honestly, the memes have already
17.
like
We're 17
the
minutes
memes
in.
already gave it away.
I know the memes did give it away. So we're 17 minutes in. I'll tell you when you can go back. So spoiler alert right here.
Justin, did you
Skip
watch
ahead.
or we?
I've seen both seasons of
Okay,
White
Oh,
Lotus,
okay,
so I'm
thank
all
God.
caught up,
Perfect.
yeah.
Before we just like
I know before
ruin
we
it
spoil
for
it
you.
for him. So I knew something was up. Like I knew that something was going to happen with Jennifer Coolidge, whatever, and I could tell that it was going to be something along those lines. But I did not think that it was going to be her that died.
I
not
didn't think it was
going
going to be her that died either. I really, really didn't. So there was, like, I want to say, like, maybe like 2 episodes before the finale, like, she says to, I think, Portia, and she's like, I always wondered what would happen if I gave that woman in Maui that money,
Yeah.
Belinda.
Right.
And so I thought, like, that's how it was going to end with her. Like, she was going to somehow be able to get off this boat and, like,
Go back to Maui.
and like
yeah.
it was gonna close. I didn't think we were gonna see her in season 3. Like I thought this was gonna be the end of her. But I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I didn't think it was going to be like that. I thought, because I'm a former English major and like I'm always psychoanalyzing things,
Mhm.
like I thought it was going to be like a commentary on like the like sex workers and things. So I thought that
Yeah.
the 2 prostitutes were I thought it was going to be them.
No, I didn't think it was gonna be them because it was too obvious. I thought maybe.
Or I thought maybe it was going to be Portia, because then it was going to be like all the people that were working for other people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like the lower class people versus the higher class people at this whatever.
Yeah.
Then for a little while, I thought Ethan was going to kill Aubrey Plaza. I did kind of think that for a little bit.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
They were good.
Oh,
They were
Megan
my-
Fahey, such a slay in that
I know.
show. She was so
Well, did you
good.
watch Bold Type?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we
you
talked about this.
did?
Yeah, we did. We
Okay.
talked about this on our deleted episode.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So like,
And
yeah.
all the blinds about her, like nobody says a bad word about her. Everybody
No.
says she's wonderful.
Well, you know, she was almost on season 1.
Oh, really?
I think to play like
the wife. Yeah.
And now she's playing like the leveled up version of the wife, and I
Yeah.
think she's so like I'm so happy she got this role instead of the like
Totally.
meek and mild. I
Yeah.
don't want to be with a rich white guy.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with
Because
you.
like I love when she's like sometimes like I'll just like go off the grid. It's like playing hide and seek. Like I love that she like
And she owns it too.
yeah, like it was
no, I
so
liked that.
good. It was
And
so
then I
good.
loved when she like went to show the picture to Aubrey Plaza, and it was like then very clear that her and the guy's kids are not his kids.
Yeah,
And then it became even more clear,
More
at
clear.
the very end of that episode when she's like, all right, like we'll be home tomorrow. And it's like, he wants to say bye. He wants to say bye. And like the husband is just like so disinterested. He like didn't even care to like say bye to the kid. And you're like, oh my God, it makes sense. It's because he knows that it's not his fucking kids.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it was so
It
good.
was really good.
So speaking of that, have you watched the new Knives Out?
No.
Have you watched any Knives Out?
No.
That's like your new homework assignment. I love giving you a TV homework assignment.
Because I will do it. If you give me an assignment, I will do it.
So it is like...
Okay, hold on. The White Lotus talk is ended at what time?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So we talked for 3 minutes. We'll make sure we put that in the description
So
somewhere.
it is like White
Last time,
Lotus
yeah.
adjacent.
Okay.
But Knives Out is the first one.
Right.
And you've never seen that with Chris Evans and
No.
like the sweater? That's like the sweater.
Mhm.
Everyone's like, oh, the Chris Evans like cable net.
Oh, okay.
So that one,
Where can I watch that one?
Netflix. I'm
Okay,
pretty
they're all
sure.
on
Yeah,
Netflix.
they're both on
Great.
Netflix. And it's like White Lotus, but in a movie form.
Oh, okay.
There is
Like a whodunit kind of?
yeah, and it's like everyone has a reason. Everyone, it's like you don't. I like the first one's whodunit vibe better,
Mhm.
but the second one, the cast was so good.
So this is the second one that just came out?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's like kind of like White Lotus, same thing. There's only
Cool.
one rollover character,
Okay.
and it has nothing to do with the first one. So you
Love
could
it.
even watch the second one
Yeah.
and like get the gist.
Okay.
But they're good.
I like that. I'll definitely watch that.
Did you watch Only Murders in the Building? Yeah.
And I watched Wednesday because you and I had talked about that.
Wednesday was good.
Hmm.
It was good.
It was cute. I liked it. I feel like there was other stuff I watched too, but now I can't remember.
Yeah, I have like nothing right now.
Me neither. There's nothing really good on. Everything's been
Yeah,
kind of lacking.
Yeah, nothing new. Nothing.
No, me neither.
Nothing.
Besides Emily in Paris, which you should watch season 3. It's really good. I'm almost done. I'm not finished yet, but
Yeah.
it's been good like background noise as I like clean my room
Mm.
and stupid stuff like that. All right, so aside from that, now let's get into some new topics. So you and I were just talking about this. We were talking about like TikTokers and like whatever. And I was like, I want to talk about Alex Earl, and you said
I don't
know who this man
I don't
is.
know who she is.
I don't know who. It's Sam Ridiculous.
She's not on my algorithm because she's a
Really?
TikToker.
So I started following her, I don't even know, a couple months ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. And she was dating at the time this Yankees player, Tyler someone. Justin would probably know better than I would. I don't know.
I
Tyler
don't really
someone.
know the player, but I just know he's some Yankees player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they were dating, and you could just kind of tell, like, there was something off. Like, he wasn't that into it. He definitely just, like, wasn't into the TikToking, like, vibe of her. And so then people started speculating that maybe they had broken up, and then she started posting, like, some real, like Kill Bill content, like, about how she had, like, they had broken up, essentially. And then, like, she was rising really fast anyways, and that just like shot her right to the top. Like, relatable queen, single, dumped her boyfriend, and like she went on Instagram Live or TikTok Live and was like, yeah, like I basically broke up with him because he like didn't want to post me on any of his socials, and I was like,
I get that.
I'm all set with that. Like, and yeah, she was like, it just like changed and whatever. And since she's just been like rising to the top so quickly, every product that she like is constantly posting sold out for Christmas this year. Like, everybody, she's obsessed with white eyeliner, like on the insides in here. Sold out in like every store. She uses those Drunk Elephant drops. Everybody wanted them. Like, she's the it girl. She's what
Is
everybody
she
thought
the
that.
new Addison Rae, basically?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
And she is what everybody thought that girl from Alabama Rush Week was going to be, and then she just like flopped.
Yeah.
Like, everybody thought that she was going to be like this, and then she just like all of a sudden kind of was like down the tubes. Like,
Yeah, I've like since she's popped up, like I've done
Mhm.
my like digging. I do think it's very like one of the smartest things she said was that if she'll talk more about this, but she'll only do it on Call
on
Her
Call Her
Daddy.
Daddy, yeah. So when her and the boyfriend broke up, she was like, yeah, like I'll give you guys the full story, like if I can go on Call Her Daddy. And I was like, honestly, that's a really
I think
smart
I
branding
think she's gonna
technique.
get on it.
No, I think so too.
I mean it would be so dumb.
It would be so dumb for Alex Cooper to not, because
Mhm.
her stardom is like broke like 1 million followers on TikTok in a week, and like then a week later had 2 million followers. Like she was like like she like was, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but it was something along those lines. Maybe she went from 2 to 3 or something, but it was, she gained like a shit ton of followers in a very short amount of time. And then there was like some sort of scandal because somebody was like, in like 2017 or 2018 or something, she posted like a picture. She was out on a boat and like posted a picture of a Trump flag, and everybody was like, oh, like, so like they were trying to cancel her, and she was like, Trump's it, like just like in her comments, somebody was like, you support Trump, and she was like, Trump's an idiot. And I was like, relatable queen.
I know. And
Like,
of course she was by Trump flag. Isn't she from New Jersey?
yeah, she's from New Jersey and goes to school at UMiami. Like,
yeah, of course.
what do
Like
you
she's
think?
like Trump adjacent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But so it was just, it's been really interesting to kind of like watch her
Yeah.
stardom. I actually really want the best. She seems really like, despite all of this stuff, she's like very normal and like very funny. I don't usually like influencers who like shoot up like that. Like I just
Yeah.
find them like to not be very relatable, but she's like really like funny. I think she's like really
I'm
funny.
gonna have to look at her stuff.
Yeah,
Is
she's
she
cute.
still in college?
Yeah, she's a senior at UMiami.
Oh, thank God she's a senior. Because if
Yeah.
she wasn't, she'd be dropping the fuck out.
Oh, I know. And she
I'd be dropping out now. Be like, I'm not coming
would be,
back after
why-
this semester,
why would I?
babes.
No, and that's what she said. So she like, one of the things that happened between her and Tyler was like she was supposed to go to a wedding with him or something, and then her friends were doing a bar crawl, and she was like, well, I want to go on the bar crawl with my friends. Like, this is like, I'm about to be in my last semester of college. And I guess she was mad, and he was like, or I guess he was mad, and she was like, fuck you, I have one more semester of college. Like, what am I gonna do, not go out with my friends? Like, I have forever to like do stuff with you or whatever. And he was like all pissed off, but he's sour grapes. And then he had to turn off his Instagram comments because everybody was like, you fumbled the bag, like you fucked up so
I
bad.
know. What's her?
Alex Earl, ALIX.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know it's spelled weird.
Yeah.
Alec, there she is.
Alex Earl, and she's like,
Yeah, she has 1 million on Instagram too.
yeah, she just hit 1 million on Instagram like 2 days ago.
She's gorge.
Yeah, she's, and like just like seems very normal in comparison to many.
She looks like a
people.
mix of Tana
Tana Mongeau.
and Girl Boss Town.
Yeah, she does. You're right. I think people are saying she's gonna be the next Alex Cooper, but like
I could see
Sans,
that.
but like Sans podcast, I guess.
Well, I feel like she's gonna
She'll probably-
need,
I was just
she's
gonna
gonna
say.
need to get one.
She'll start a podcast as soon as she.
Or she's gonna get put on something. She should get put on like
Yeah, she should do like what, like, not that we promote Barstool here, but like she should do what like all those influencers did and like joined Barstool podcasts, being like,
I know.
like I'm
Yeah.
starting a podcast. Like, what's his face?
Well,
That
but-
one TikToker that's on like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. who
One of
you're
the
talking
TikTokers
about,
has like a podcast with Dave Portnoy or whatever.
Yeah. She'll probably go on that.
Yeah, probably.
She'll probably go on Chicks in the Office.
Yes,
She'll
definitely.
do the podcast
She should do the press
rounds.
test. Yeah,
She'll do the
press tour.
podcast rounds.
Definitely. As she
Good for
should.
her. I love that. I would
Totally.
not. I mean, I say that as if I didn't date someone who didn't tell me his family about me for 3 years. But if you're not
Right.
posting me on the grid,
Right, then it's not real.
then it's not
It's not
legit.
real.
Like hard launch or bust.
Totally agree with you. One of my friends just hard launched, and I was like, you have to. One of my best friends, and she's going to kill me for telling the story. One of my best friends, so her and her boyfriend met on my 21st birthday, introduced well, they knew each other vaguely, but like on my 21st birthday, I like, nudged them in the right direction, and they've been together ever since. And she hadn't posted on her Instagram since before they started dating because her last picture on her grid was like a picture of her dog that had died.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I feel like anything I post after this, like, is just gonna be like disrespectful because like my last picture is like of my dog, whatever. And so when they got engaged, like we forced her. We were like, you have to post a picture.
So she hasn't posted on Instagram since you were in how long?
So her last Instagram post before this was
Like, is there still a
Like
one?
20
Is it like ending in a teen?
I think it's ending in a teen. Hold on. Let me just double check here. So that picture was from September 28th, 2017.
17?
Yeah, it's 2017. And she hadn't posted like since then. So before that, it was like a picture of her graduating from college, and then it was the picture of her dog, and then nothing. So then she got engaged in October of 2021, and we were like, you have to post a picture. Like you have to, and he had posted her on his grid, like everything. And we were like, you have to post a picture. And she's like, no, like I can't. Like I haven't posted anything in so long. But she was still active on Instagram. She just like hadn't posted anything.
Oh, like she was doing stories? Or
Yeah,
not?
sometimes, yeah, like occasionally, but
She's
never
just
like
a watcher.
Yeah. but never really like anything about him. Like, and it was nothing against him. It was just like,
Yeah, well,
the timing
clearly
was
they're
never
engaged.
right.
That's funny.
And they owned a home together, like everything. And then when they got engaged, we were like, you have to post it. And she was like, I can't. And we literally forced her to. And the comments on her Instagram were so like the Kiki Palmer. I don't know who this man is. Like,
Literally.
and it was like, welcome to her Instagram, like tagging him in it. Oh my God, it was just so funny because we were like, I mean, come on. You've been together for like 6
I
years
like
now.
can't even imagine. I was just telling someone the other day. I was like, if and when I get a boyfriend, like they have to just know that they're gonna be content. Like
Yeah, of
I can't
course.
imagine like not keeping that
Yes.
private.
No, 100%.
You know, like that just
Totally.
I do everything.
No,
Like
and that's how I feel. Like that's when I reference my husband as my husband. It's because he's like, I don't want to be content or whatever. I'm like, well, unfortunately, like you are going to be. I'll try to keep your government name out of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget, but I'm like, but unfortunately, this is the life that you signed.
yeah.
This is the life, but this is what you signed
Literally.
up for. This
Literally.
Is it. But yeah, no. So, anyways, so that's that. And then our next story, which I love a little taste of karma in the morning, just makes me feel so good. Andrew Tate arrested because Greta Thunberg trolled him.
I
And
love that.
I think it's amazing. The memes have been absolutely fantastic. There's just absolutely
And
nothing
like
like it.
arrested for and like probably going to jail for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. One of my favorite tweets of all time on the internet, and I think about it all the time, is when Greta Thunberg was like on a sailboat and was like whatever, she was like sailing around the world, whatever, and she was like, she just tweeted like Lisbon ! And somebody quote tweeted it and was like, congrats on coming out, queen.
Yeah.
And I think about it
I
all the time,
know.
like it just like, congrats on coming out, queen. I think, oh my God, it just, that one really cracks me up. Like I don't know what about it, like really just, it just tickles my fancy. It scratches the itch in my brain. But anyways, I'm happy for her. And she was like, when he ended up getting arrested because he had posted a picture of like pizza boxes, and she quote tweeted it, or she tweeted this morning and was like, this is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes. Like,
I saw that. Because that's how he got caught.
yeah.
Stupid. What an idiot.
Yeah, she really,
What did he actually do?
like, what's the word?
Trafficking?
Human trafficking charges.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you an Andrew Tate fan?
No,
Okay, thank
I just
God.
know
I know.
I know like he like everybody talks about him.
Yeah.
But like I don't like nobody does really.
Yeah, no, he's like a big, huge loser. He's just like a toxic masculinity man. Like, oh, like you should never. All women should want to be with like an alpha male, like all this stuff, whatever. Just like lame-o things that it's like, if you really think like that, like
loser.
Just like a hardo.
such a hardo. It's like,
but like worse.
but like, yeah, in like a very like, I'm better than you. Like, it's just like really gross. And he markets like so much to like younger generations of like,
Yeah.
like, not to say like littler men, like young kids basically. And being like, you should want, you know, if your woman does this, like if she disrespects you, you have to do this, whatever. And it's like, what? Like, be fucking for real.
And it was like the impact he had on like the younger
yeah,
guys.
it was like really bad.
like,
That's what it came out as. Like he was impacting this like whole younger generation, being like, I'm an alpha male, like I'm a high value male was like the term that he would use to describe himself. Like,
to the point where like girls, like teenage girls, were going on TikTok being like, Andrew Tate's ruining my boyfriend, because like it
Yeah.
was just
Oh,
it was
wow.
like crazy.
it was really, really bad.
Ruining my boyfriend.
like-
yeah, no, to like it was like
And especially like as somebody who works with younger people, like I would hear kids like talking about Andrew Tate, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, like do not be listening.
I'd rather
to
you.
Andrew
I'd
Tate.
rather you listen to Joe Rogan.
Like,
if I had to pick,
100%.
if I had to pick, I'm like,
Mike, that
put
is
Joe Rogan on.
like 100%. If you're going to like,
Yeah,
yes, if you're gonna
and
listen
I
to
can't
some sort
stand
of
him
idiotic
either.
male,
Fear Factor. Like, let's remember where you fucking came from.
so true. Like
Mon-
he forgot his roots.
A Monday program.
A Monday night evening program,
Yeah,
and now you think
literally.
you're the voice of
Now
a
you think you're the
generation.
voice of the generation.
Mhm.
What? Eat a cockroach.
Sleep in a bed of nails and then come talk to me.
Literally.
So yeah, and in other arrest news, not so arrest, but like judicial news, we should get like a little gavel. In other judicial news,
Mhm.
Tory Lanez found guilty in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, which justice for my girl, she deserves it. Tory Lanez is another big fat loser, and all
I
those
know. Deport his ass back to Canada. He goes.
and like all those idiots like Drake who were like free my boy, like whatever, like supporting him. Like
Drake's a fucking loser too. I can't
I'm really
stand
off
him.
on him, and I love
I've
Drake.
been off him for when I found out he was like texting fucking
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
like,
Millie Bobby Brown.
What are you doing? What are you doing texting her?
No, and like 11 is basically her age. Like she was 12
Yeah,
at the time.
And it's like, what are you doing texting Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
She like her like, what are you doing?
What are you? What
and
are
for
you
her
doing?
to be like, we're friends. Like he helping me with advice.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, talk to your mother. What advice is Drake giving
Get
you?
a friend your own
He was
age.
on a Canadian like young adult show
before you were even born.
before you. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, no, you're so right.
And then he's texting fucking Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that is so creepy.
Well, and now Billie Eilish is dating some old man too from
It-
some band.
It is insane. I
It's
just
Hollywood
can't.
is like so it's so grooming.
And I'm like, I don't
hate it.
care if you like naturally fall in love with an older person, like that's fine. But when I feel like it's like plotted,
Right.
it like freaks me out.
Like when you're like a fresh like Scott Disick and Sophia, like she was like a fresh 18.
Oh my god, she had like her period twice, and now she's dating Scott Disick. Like what?
literally. You're totally right.
And then they
You're
were
so
together for
right.
like years.
She's like, hey Scott, like I'm on my way to PE.
Yeah, legit.
like,
can you
like,
come
pick
pick
me
us
up
up from the mall? My Lionel can't come pick me up. Can you grab me?
No, literally.
Insane.
Like that's exactly
That's
what it was
so
like.
freak.
It is. It's really, really weird. So yeah, justice for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm glad that it's been served.
I know, and like, I hope that friend that turned on her like fucking eats crow.
Yeah, totally.
That $1 million was worth it.
100%. Yeah, I hope it was.
I hope it was, because that bag you thought you were securing is fucking in Canada. So
$1 million runs out real
Yeah.
quick, baby.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you. And then so you and I talked about this on our deleted podcast that we did, but about the GMA drama, which was like such a good scandal. Like it was just a good, clean, wholesome scandal, you know? No, nothing nefarious, nothing, nobody was murdered, nobody was dying, but like just a good old fashioned cheating scandal.
like love.
When is the last, like, we used to be a proper country with our scandals. And then we went into all these scandals, like, with, like, children and whatever. And now, this is a good, clean, fun scandal.
Yeah. Oh my god,
This
I
is what
love
we
it.
needed.
I mean, that's how I kind of felt about the Tom Brady thing too. I love
Totally.
a good divorce. Like I
Yes.
love it.
It's just, like, it's
It's
the perfect
just-
amount of messy. There's no, like, nobody's dying. Nobody's lives are
Yeah.
being ruined
Yeah,
except for theirs.
you're getting 2 Christmases, 2
Totally.
birthdays. If
Well,
anything, you're leveling up.
I mean, I can't relate to that. That's something you could talk more to that experience. But yes, like for some people, I just think, you know, at the end of the day, this was a good old fashioned scandal. So the two GMA news anchors, TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, it basically came out that they were like co-anchors, and then all of a sudden it was like they're both married and they were both cheating on their spouses with each other. Yes, you didn't hear about this?
I did not know.
Oh my god!
So clearly you weren't listening.
Wait,
when
Right.
who are these people again? The
So they were GMA, Good Morning America news anchors, TJ Holmes and Amy Robach.
So wait,
Gotcha,
time out.
okay.
What's the
Yeah.
difference of Good Morning America and Good Morning America 3?
So it's the third hour of the day. So I think it's on at like
Got
11.
it, got
I want to
it.
say, which might be wrong, but like I've never seen that because everybody knows that on a sick day, like The Price is Right comes on at 11, and if it's between The Price is Right and GMA 3, like
Had
I'm
I known there was this sexual chemistry, I
Right.
would have been
this
tuning
tension,
in on that.
I would have been watching. That's
No,
for
for
darn
real.
tootin'. I would have definitely been watching.
For real.
So they were both married. Then it came out like all of a sudden, all these like steamy pics came out of them like making out on yachts and stuff, and everybody was like, "What?" So and it was just it was a classic scandal. It was great. You know, I feel like we haven't had one in a long time,
Yeah.
one that we
and
could
I love
really-
it. And basically,
and the world was watching.
the world was watching. The biggest mistake they did was pull them off air.
Oh, totally. If they kept them on air,
They should have.
They totally should have. I completely agree with you.
Like
From a marketing
I
perspective,
get it, but like exactly who's turning into the third hour of Good Morning America? I finally had a fucking reason to.
right? You're right.
And
That
then
would've been great
and then they
background
pull
noise.
them off and they delete their socials.
Right. For what?
Pissed.
It's like you can't even indulge us into this scandal. You have to take away our one source of joy.
I know.
What am I gonna do? Watch Al Roker again? Like,
I know. It was
please.
so good.
Be fucking
But
for
yeah,
real.
they spent what, the holidays together?
Yeah, they did. They spent the holidays together and are, quote, not hiding from anything, says source. Except you are because you deleted your socials. They spent the holidays together and are spending all of their time together right now. They are fully in a relationship. They are not hiding anything at all because they have no reason to. The GMA3 co-anchors first sparked dating rumors in late November after photos surfaced of them holding hands in a car during a vacation in upstate New York and cozying up at a bar. Hours after the photos surfaced, they shut down their respective Instagram accounts. The pair have not publicly commented on their relationship, though they alluded to the news days later during a broadcast of GMA3 What You Need to Know earlier this month. They were taken off the air on December 5th and remain on hiatus as ABC investigates their relationships. Wow. They both got married in 2010. That's kind of wow. Holmes did file for divorce.
I don't think she did. I think that's the scandal.
Yes.
But I do feel like they were separated.
Yep. Holmes told some people he was unhappy in his marriage and had been for a while before filing for divorce. The status of Holmes's marriage. Oh, wait. I think the other one remains unclear, but a source that she and Shu separated in August.
Damn.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm
I'm rooting for them.
Hey, I'm happy for them. You know, there's a lid for every pot.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah. So now, and you know what? We are also what another thing we never talked about was how sad was it about Twitch?
Yes.
That was like really sad.
That was sad.
That hit a lot of people hard, especially because he had been on like So You Think You Can Dance and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was sad. And they were such a TikTok couple. They
Yeah.
were so
Yeah, they seem like so happy. It just really goes to show like you just never know
you
what's
never
going
know
on.
what's happening.
Check on your people, guys, especially during the holiday season. I feel like this time of year is like so hard for so many people.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
definitely tough. All right, so now we're gonna start at 5. We're each gonna go 5, 5, 4, 4, and count down our top 5 favorite pop culture moments of 2022.
From 5 to
From 5 to 1.
Okay.
So you start with your number 5.
Julia Fox. Period. I like
Uncut Gems.
what she did this year is just to even have like rumors that she's going to be on the Roni reboot, to then bleach her eyebrows,
Mhm.
to be like, I made it myself. Like,
Yeah.
I just,
Uncut Gems.
yeah, I am so infatuated with her. She is like one of
Yeah,
my
I did it
favorite
myself.
celebrities at the moment.
Yeah, she's kind of ruling the world.
Yeah, I love like when she just goes on TikTok and is just like, I dated Kanye to like meet to like help Kim. Like, I'm like,
Yeah, that was.
what?
But I am glad that she's staunchly in the correct team, which is team fuck Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even get into that right now because
Yeah.
I'm not even giving him the platform because he's just a big giant fucking loser. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that she stands in the right camp.
Yeah. Camp with a K. And yeah, Julia Fox is my top 5.
Totally. I think that's a really good choice. My top 5 was Selena and Hailey Bieber reuniting and pulling a Kylie Jenner and being like, surprise, we were friends all along. I think Hailey was trying to do damage control.
Definitely.
And I think Selena was like, yeah, whatever. I'll throw you a pity because I feel bad for you because you married Justin Bieber and he's a big weenie. So
Yeah, I agree.
I liked when they.
I just feel like that's not real. Like, I feel like Selena threw her a bone
Totally.
doing that and was
Yeah.
like, you're about to get. I've never watched the documentary. Did you end up watching
Yeah, I
it?
did watch it. There was no juicy tea like that unless somebody did like the real homework and saw if like the dates aligned or anything like that. But it wasn't juicy in that way. But the documentary was very good. But it made Selena look so good that I think that's why Hailey realized like she had to do some sort of damage control. 'Cause
Yeah.
she was like, otherwise everybody is going to be Team Selena and nobody is going to be Team Hailey. So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's why she was like, it's time to do some damage
Have you
control.
tried her lip stuff?
I use her blush. Oh, Hailey Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I've tried the.
Oh, you like it?
I think it's a chapstick.
Rhodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend had it, and my friend Olivia and I used it.
Was it good?
A little like too glossy for
Mhm.
me. It was
Yeah.
like a very tacky.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I love the Rare Beauty stuff. I'm like a big Rare Beauty fan. And my one viral TikTok was me using Rare Beauty blush.
Did they send you anything?
No. And like Rare Beauty, where are you?
That's weird they didn't, because you gave them such good traction that they should have sent you a little.
It got like over 200,000 views, almost 20,000 likes.
Yeah.
It's still every day I wake up and there's more likes and views on it.
Love that.
And like, where were you, Rare Beauty? Like,
I
I'm out here
know.
doing the influencing for free. The least you could have done was sent me a couple little samples. So I'm still holding that grudge. So that was my number 5. Was them reuniting. What was your number 4?
Bennifer reunited.
Bennifer reunited. Bennifer married.
Bennifer married. Ben Affleck in general.
Ben Affleck in general.
Obsessed with him. Obsessed with them. I love that. Like her newsletters. Like I just cannot.
The newsletters was an iconic
I
moment.
just can't
That was
with her.
very funny.
Her 4 weddings, all Ralph Lauren.
Yep.
The best.
She
I
did,
love
she
them. She
slid.
now has them drinking Starbucks, which I don't like.
Yeah, that's kind of bad for the brand.
Did not like, but he got her drinking a
Dunks.
Dunkin' matcha latte,
There you go.
which like from Dunkin', skeeve.
Yeah, that's a little, yeah.
Just get a French vanilla girl.
Right, yeah. Just get a French vanilla extra extra and call it a day.
Yeah.
Did you know that they sell, I was at Market Basket, the store where you get more for your dollar.
Oh,
Um,
Market Basket's my Disney World.
Yeah, no,
I
I love it there.
Love Market Basket.
Getting up on for me, like, and this is so suburban mom of me, getting up at like 7 on a Sunday morning, driving to,
Well,
for me,
that's when I'm getting home.
yeah, of course. For me, it's like I drive to the one in Hanover. I
Yeah.
drive to Hanover. I go to Market Basket. I get everything I need. Like it's still quiet in there. I
Yeah.
sip my coffee. Like that is,
Sunday is like prime time to go when the Patriots are playing.
yeah, that is true.
If you're not, like if I can't do the early, I
Yep.
wait for the Pats and
Yep.
then I do grocery shopping
Yes.
because no one's there.
Totally. I was at Market Basket and they sell Dunkin' Donuts extra, like in a coffee creamer.
Ew.
Yeah, disgusting. But I was like, somewhere somebody is eating this shit up.
Oh yeah, someone loves it.
Somebody's mom loves that.
The best is like, when did you start drinking coffee?
Religiously, I would say college, probably like my freshman year of college.
Really?
I was an early coffee girl. I was because I started working with children early. And I don't mean that in a mean way.
No,
but,
I
like-
started drinking coffee regularly like earlier than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Like high school?
yeah.
I would have it as like an after school treat, like when I was in high school, because there was a Mary Lou's right down the street from my high school.
You know, Mary Lou's does not count. You might as well just gotten a fribble from
You're-
Friendly's.
A fribble from Friendly's or like a Monster Mash.
Yeah, they're literally milkshakes. I like don't drink that.
No,
for
so,
coffee.
okay. I understand that, but now recently there's a new Mary Lou's on my way to school in the morning, and I stop there and I get a large iced secret with like nothing. It's no mocha, no nothing, and it's just coffee, and I get it with skim and sugar, and it's actually quite delicious.
Oh yeah.
And it's, you know what I like about it is it's actually strong. Like Dunkin's coffee is like strong to the point where it gives me a stomach ache. Mary Lou's is strong enough that it like gives me, it tastes enough like coffee that I feel like I have drank a coffee after drinking it. Like I know that sounds like repetitive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. Well, the reason why I was saying is because like I think as adults, like
Yeah.
your coffee palate changes.
Totally.
Like so, like I started as like an extra.
Yeah.
Then I was like 2 sugar and like
Mhm.
whole milk,
Yeah.
and then I'm like 1 sugar almond milk, and now I'm no sugar, just almond milk.
Yeah, see, my palate changes in terms of like what I like but this is also the ADHD in me, like in terms of like my hyperfixations. Like for me, you know, 1 month I'm like venti iced caramel macchiato, skim only, 3 pumps of sugar-free
Never.
vanilla.
I'm like not.
Oh, I am.
at
And then
all.
I'll swap and then I'll go to Mary Lou's and I'll get something with just a tiny bit of skim and 1 sugar.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to Coffee Break and I'll get a large iced German coffee cake with 2% and with a little bit of 2% and 2 sugars. Like, and then I swap it up. I can never stay on the same thing for too long, but that's like part of ADHD and like getting hyperfixation.
No, I
which-
get that with like snacks. I just didn't think with like coffee.
Oh, mine it changes all the time. Like I'm like, not really in the mood for that today. But it's the same. Like for my entire life, have had Uncrustables for lunch, and that's like I eat Uncrustables for lunch every day, like a common 9-year-old. So it's just
Yeah.
something about me. Anyways, I don't know how we started talking. Oh, because Ben and J Lo and
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, so my number 4 was Chris Rock versus Will Smith.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was this year.
That feels like an eternity ago, but also like 5 minutes ago at the same time.
I know, because also I'm wondering like if there will be real, like, because that new movie he's in is like already getting Oscar buzz.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm wondering,
Like, is there going to be consequences for this man's actions?
yeah.
Because it's starting to feel like perhaps no. Perhaps no, there will not be. But I thought it was he can't win an Oscar.
I
I think maybe the movie could win. I don't think he personally can win.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that right?
I don't know if that was like I heard it. I thought it was like maybe he won't be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure.
Mhm.
But that was my fault. Just the memes were so good for at first. Then they became like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. Like,
Mm.
haha, good one. Like, keep my wife's name. Yeah, we get it. Like you and everybody else, buddy. But yeah, that was where I stood on that. And then so now we're on to 3, but we're about to start to have some overlap here. So
Oh, we are.
yeah. What you put as your 1, I put as my 3.
Oh, and then our twos are the same.
You do your 3, and I'll skip my 3, and then we'll talk about it as your 1.
Well, why don't we just talk about it? Wait, what?
I'll skip it for my 3. We'll
Okay.
we'll do your 3, then I'll skip my 3.
And then we can do 2
yeah,
and
and
1.
then we'll do 2 and
Okay,
1. Yeah.
got it. Brittany's wedding.
Yeah.
Brittany's wedding.
Brittany's wedding, but also
More importantly, the guest of
Mhm.
Brittany's wedding.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
like what makes it most
Yes.
iconic. It's not like I'm happy she's free and I'm happy she's.
But is she free?
wed.
Because there's something going on.
I don't know.
Something's the math ain't mathing on this one. And
Don't know.
something's just not adding up. I don't know. I'm a little worried about her.
Well, we've talked about did we do the right thing?
Right.
Like, should we just removed her dad, but still
yes, but
kept
she should have
her?
been some sort of. She didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about this,
yeah.
and listen, it's a tricky situation. Like, there's some people that can live successful lives like while still in a conservatorship, and I actually don't think our opinion on this is that unpopular. I actually think some people do agree with us. Like, there was ways for her to be freer without having to worry about her. Like, I think people genuinely are worried about
yeah.
her right now
Yeah.
because we don't even know we don't know who this man is.
Yeah.
We don't even know him. Like, he could be taking her for a ride, like it just
Who
you never
are
know.
the hubby?
The hubby.
I don't think it's him.
I don't know. Something seems a little off there. Like, it's just something seems weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Drew Barrymore was
It
there.
was kind of a sleigh. Do you ever see, I never watch it because I never get around to it, but I always see clips of Z-Way
Yeah.
and Drew Barrymore on Z-Way. Like, the clips that I kept seeing on TikTok were so funny. Like, I could not, oh my God. Did you see them?
I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen the clips.
The clips.
Yeah.
The clips were really funny. Z-Way is like
I
everything
just
wanna
love Drew
be.
Barrymore.
I love Drew Barrymore too. And she really slayed the Z-Way interview. Like, I think Z-Way realized, like, wow, there's really no way I can be mean to this, like, sweet woman.
Yeah.
Like, she's so kind.
Yeah.
She went on a couple different podcasts. She was doing the podcast circuit for a
Drew
little bit.
Barrymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, recently though. Why?
No, I don't know. Probably to promote her show, I guess.
I don't
But, like, for
know.
what? You're,
I don't know.
like,
She
such
was.
a big
Why was
name.
she on Chicks on the Office?
No, I don't know. I mean, good for her. Like, I mean, good for Chicks in the Office. But,
Literally.
But for what? Like,
Because, like, truth be told, if, like, I were to interview Drew Barrymore, it wouldn't be, like, of anything relevant. I want to be like, tell me about Studio 54 and why you were doing drugs at 13.
please.
Like, that's what I
enlighten
want to
us.
hear. And
That's
then,
the juice that I
and,
want to
like,
know.
any behind-the-scenes fun from Charlie's Angels 1 and 2.
Right.
That's
But,
it.
like, the PR person's going to shut that down
Yeah, that's,
immediately.
like,
They're
all I'd
"You
wanna
can't answer
know."
that."
I don't want to hear about how, like, you work with Ross Matthews.
Right. You're like, I'm also with that.
Yeah. But
Yeah. No, so Brittany's wedding, that was tea.
that was Tate.
That was a moment. Madonna. Oh.
I know.
All right, we're going to skip my 3 because that's Mike's number 1. And then both of our collective number 2s because this fed us for so long.
So
It
long.
kept us so well fed
Mm-hmm.
was the funny girl drama.
Funny girl, Leah Michelle
It really,
taking
it was
her
giving
rightful
everything.
her rightful
Her right-
spot. Her rightful spot.
can I tell you something? So my cousin, I think I told you this before. So my cousin went to go see Leah Michelle in Funny Girl and had tickets for like shortly after it opened and got there and it was the understudy because Leah
She
Michelle had COVID.
COVID, yeah.
And then my cousin went again and she had gotten tickets for like the Saturday evening show instead of like the Saturday matinee or whatever. And
She was
the
off.
Friday night she came out and said she was sick. Saturday morning for the matinee, she was sick again and she was like, if I miss Leah Michelle again,
Did
I'm
she
gonna
miss
lose
her?
my mind. No, thankfully she performed in the like
Night-
evening show, but she was like, "What are the odds that like if this happens again, I'm gonna be so mad." But she did end up seeing her. She did say she was fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
And then she released the Broadway.
They like gave
They
her,
gave her like
the album.
Yeah, the
Well, that's
Broadway
because
cast
Beanie
re-recording.
couldn't sing.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't disagree with you. I think you're right. Beanie could not sing the way that Leah Michelle can.
Yeah.
I really want to see like that I'm a musical girly, but I really wanted to see the Hugh Jackman Sutton Foster in The Music Man. I really wanted to see that. Sutton Foster from
Yeah.
what's the show? Younger.
Yep.
That's her name. So she was like the star of The Music Man with Hugh Jackman, and I really wanted to see that. But Funny Girl did. It kept us entertained.
Yeah.
There was always something to come back to.
Mm-hmm.
It was just quick with it.
Yeah.
All right, and now your number one.
Is Pete and Kanye.
It was Pete Davidson texting Kanye, "I'm in your
Kim-
wife's bed."
From Kim's bed. That was
The
best.
wow, iconic. I'm still sad that they broke up.
I miss them.
I miss them a lot. That was like such a moment in time. I hope that there's still a chance for them.
I don't think so. And
I know, but a girl can hope.
I also think we're in a very I'm trying to think of the word. We're in a very pivotal Kardashian moment. We're seeing
we're at a turning point.
We're seeing the decline. That's what I was looking for.
Yep.
We are they are just not the pop culture girlies
that they were
for almost 2 decades.
No, I agree with you. And then that thing, like Kim tweeted, like, "What do you guys want to see on the next season of Kardashians?" Whatever. And then they come out with that. She did that podcast. What was the podcast that she just did the other day? Where she really bared it all. Like she was.
I didn't know.
Oh my God, I saw the clips. I didn't listen to the actual podcast, but I saw all the clips of it like on TikTok. She was like really like laying it bare, and people were like, "This is what we want to see. We don't want to see
Met Gala.
Right. We don't want to see, Kylie and your mom going to the fucking grocery store for the first time in 10 years. Nobody cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
We want to see, like, you being real, you dealing with the stuff, with what's going on with your kids, with your husband, with all of this, bullshit that you're dealing with in your life.
Yep.
That's what we want to see. Nobody wants to see, when you've cut.
No. And like
Just
that,
doesn't
and
matter.
that's like what we got on like the first seasons. Like
Yes.
I want that, and I want her to throw her BlackBerry over like a stairwell. Like
Yeah.
I want that
I
energy
want her
back.
to hit Chloe with a purse again.
Mm-hmm.
I want that again.
Did you see the rumor that like her and Courtney are supposedly fighting, like not speaking?
No, why?
Well, that was just the rumor, and then on Christmas they posted a picture together.
Oh.
So like not the rumor. But did you watch the lie detector test with
Yes, I did.
Chloe and Courtney?
When Chloe said that she would never let her kids
Sleep
over
over
Courtney's
yeah,
house.
died.
Like, I mean, but like not wrong.
Would you ever let True sleep over my house? No, probably not.
I'm trying to find who it was that she did this podcast with, but
Was it Skinny Confidential?
it was not Skinny Confidential. It was somebody like her though, but it was
Not Call Her Daddy.
IRL, Angie Martinez, IRL. Who I've heard of her before, but basically she talked like all about how hard it is to co-parent and like. She was like,
so
"It would be-"
that's where that came
Yes.
from. I've been seeing the clips.
Yeah, so she said, she was like, "It would be really easy for me to sit here and talk shit about him because he's a bad person." She was like, "But at the end of the day, like someday my children will thank me for just saying nothing
Yeah,
about their dad."
yeah,
And she was like, "My dad," and she actually said this, she was like, she got really emotional and was like, "My dad was such a great dad. And like, even if he wasn't, and even if he was doing stuff that was not great or whatever, my mom hid us from that. So all of our memories with our dad are meaningful."
yeah,
And she was like, "I don't know if my kids will be able to have that experience just because of all the awful things that Kanye has done." She was like, "But I want to protect that innocence in them for as long as I possibly can until they have no other choice but to realize that like he's a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Which I thought was big of her. I was like, wow, you know what? Like that's the shit that I want to see on the show.
No, totally.
Like I don't care about you guys sitting there eating a fucking salad anymore. I'm sorry, I've sworn more today than I have like in any other podcast ever, but like I'm just feeling very enthusiastic.
No, I'm with you.
Anyway, so that was your number one. My number one, which obviously this is personal preference, but it also kept us fed for a very long time.
I know. I don't know why I didn't. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I didn't even think of this.
Was the Don't Worry Darling drama. There was so much.
Did I tell you I finally watched it?
Oh, what did you think?
Um,
You can be honest. It's okay. This is a safe space.
no, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as people said it was going to
I
be.
didn't hate it. I don't know the part where you jumped, like the scary part.
No, it wasn't scary when he was super fucking ugly. And all of a sudden he's like wicked ugly looking. And I'm like, that is my man.
Oh, right.
That ugly looking person is my man.
Yeah.
Shame. I was ashamed. I was like,
Yeah, it was. I liked it. It was good. It was like Stepford
Stepford
Wives.
Wives. Yeah, it's what everybody said. But I think like, and correct me if I'm wrong because you're much more of a movie buff than I am, but he was not as bad as people said he was. If he was not Harry Styles, people wouldn't have even batted an eye.
Knowing it was going to be Shia LaBeouf, though, I kept thinking, wow, he would have done so much better in this role.
Of course, because he would have been way creepier because he's a creepy
It
guy.
would have given more of that, like, underlying
something
thriller
nefarious,
tone.
yeah.
Like, you just would have been uneasy the whole time,
Yes.
where, like, this I wasn't.
He made you feel comfortable.
Yeah, like, it was,
Yeah.
it was, like, because he's Harry Styles.
Right, of course.
But, yeah, I do think Shia LaBeouf would have ate.
Oh, he would have absolutely.
He would have ate. Yeah.
He would have been really good at that. But he's a bad person.
And I think Florence would have done great in the role she was originally going to do.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Florence was incredible. She really
Incredible.
did such a good job in that movie. She carried the whole movie, of course. Who was supposed to be, if Florence was going to be that, who was supposed to be, do we know?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
Interesting,
know. It
interesting.
must have not been filled yet if they
No.
were just like, oh, you can take it then.
Right. But no, I'm glad you say that because it really was not as bad as people made it out to be in my
I
opinion.
hated his gay movie.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It was so fucking boring.
Really?
So boring.
Okay, it was on my list to watch during Christmas break. I never got around to it.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like I saw every clip of it on the internet and everything on Twitter and everything wherever. So I was like, I don't really need to watch it. I saw everything already.
Yeah.
Like, I get the point. Like, they were lovers, but it was, like, obviously not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
What more do I need? Like, I felt
Yeah.
like that was all I really needed to know.
Yeah.
But
And it was like Notebook vibe. Like it
Right.
told you.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not it.
But yeah, so that whole saga kept us fed for so long, and then him and Olivia Wilde actually breaking up, like that was another piece of it. That
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody knew that it was PR anyways because it started as soon as the hype for the movie started. They started dating, and guess what? 2 months after the movie came out, oh, all of a sudden they broke up. It's like
I think it was real. I think it was more like the backlash of her. Like he had to get away from her.
I think it might have been. I think it might have been real at first, but then I think maybe when the Don't Worry Darling drama started, like around the film festival and whatever, I
Mhm.
think he probably wanted out at that point.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, you have to wait until the movie is out and whatever to kind of
Yeah.
keep this hype up as much as we can,
Yeah.
and then talk about it after the fact. But I do think I think it was real at one point, but I think
Yeah.
maybe didn't start that way and maybe didn't end that way. That's just my personal opinion.
Mm.
There was something that I was just going to tell you about, but now I don't. Oh, I saw Wakanda Forever.
I haven't yet.
I have to get into the Marvel movies now because it was really good.
Oh, of course.
It was really long. But it was
Yeah,
really
they're
good.
all really good, but you should get into the Marvel movies.
I would love to.
Their
I would love
commitment,
to.
though.
I know it is a big commitment,
And now
but
it's
it was like funny. Like it wasn't what I was expecting. Like
the newer ones now. There is a little ba-dunch
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them. It's the Guardian of the Galaxy effect. They
Okay.
all like have a little humor now.
yeah,
But they're all good, and it's like there's all. But now it's a lot because now they have the TV shows,
right.
and they
And
all
that's how I
kind
felt,
of
I was
like
I don't know if I can keep up with this. Like I will definitely watch. Like I never saw Black Panther, so I was like, I just kind of was assuming what had happened up to that point.
mm.
Um,
No, like there's like so
much,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, like Black Panther, because Marvel
yeah,
Girl
yeah.
is like a pivotal moment for like the last two Avengers.
Who
So
were
like
the last two Avengers?
like the last two Avenger movies.
Oh,
So like
the one they're forthcoming.
no,
oh,
that
oh,
like
oh,
or
like
like
Endgame
like
and
like
the other-
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like yeah, because that came out I want to say in like
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like right before COVID, actually. That would make sense.
Black Panther?
Yeah.
No.
The year before COVID?
No, yeah, it had to have been because
yeah.
Endgame came out like 2019.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because 2020 was the year we never had a Marvel movie because they had to push back
Right,
Black Widow,
yes.
so we were in like
Right,
a Marvel
right.
drought. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, those are our top 5 pop culture moments of 2022.
I love that.
What are your as we wrap up here, because I know we've been going for a while, what are some of your New Year's resolutions? Do you have any? I'm not really you and I have talked about this before, but I'm more of a school year.
I'm
New
both.
year,
Like
new
I
me?
like the
Yeah.
same. I use September as like, okay, we can like you get a second chance. So New Year's resolutions, I like obviously I think I'm gonna sign up for Everybody Fights. So I'm gonna try to go to the gym
Yeah, that one's fun.
at all.
I've been there before. It's cool.
Yeah, it's right by my office, so it like works.
Perfect.
And then more so like vision board
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to hit 10K
Yeah.
on the bottoms
Mhm.
this year.
I think that's totally attainable. You guys have like skyrocketed.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love it to be there before BravoCon because I'd love to like go to BravoCon
Right, go.
for a
Yeah.
brand.
Mhm.
So that's my goal there. And then like just continue to be in Dorchester,
Mm.
save some money,
Mhm.
things like that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Those are all good ones. I
Oh, I'll be 30. That's
oh yeah, you
again
will be
next
30.
year's.
That's coming soon.
Yep, 30 at the next month.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
You're just such a humble boy. Like I would never pin you for a 30.
I know.
You
me
and your
neither.
boyish good looks.
Be 21 forever.
So true. So true. I want to learn my like personal one is I want to learn how to golf. I want this to be the year that I learn how to golf.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, whether it be like with or without my husband. I don't want to infringe on his golf time. I know that that's a personal time for him and I understand that. But I would like to learn for me. I feel like it's a good hobby that you can just kind of like pick up whenever you're looking for something to do in the summer. So that's something that I would like to do. That's for me. And then I really want to hit 5K on my blog page. That's like been a goal of mine for a while. I'm finally over like the 3,000 mark, which I feel like
Once you get over like so getting over 3
Yes.
is like huge.
yeah,
But once you hit 4, it's like quick.
Yeah.
Like 4 because me and Brandon talked about this
Yeah.
like because we hit like a little hopeful, but then we picked up momentum
Yeah.
again. But like once you hit 4, it's a number that people feel like they need to follow.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
the 2 to 3 is like you could get that on your personal,
Right.
so it doesn't
Yes.
feel as like.
Right.
But 4,
Yeah.
it
That's
it
what
was a
I'm-
big
I'm-
difference.
Yes. So once I get to 4, I will feel much better. But my goal for end of year is 5.
I
But
I
would
think
like
that's
to be-
attainable.
I think so too. I would like to be around, and then I just feel like the stuff that comes with it. Like once I get 4, like I feel like I want to get this page to 500. That's the
Mhm.
goal. I mean, we've been teetering for 500 for a while now, but if we want to be lofty, we can go for like 1,000. But yeah, and then just I really want to get some good like cool guests on here.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't had cool guests in the past because we have, but I want to get some more guests because those were always like our most poppin' episodes. Like everybody loved
Yeah, well, the
the-
guests are fun.
the guests are
The guests
fun.
are fun.
I actually just we had Alex Radcliffe from Below Deck on. I just saw him the other day.
Oh, you did
I
where?
saw him out at Landmark.
Did you say
um,
hi?
I did. I was just like, hi, but I honestly don't think he remembered. He was talking to my husband, so I was like, I think he probably
Dad.
because they had
They
known,
know each
they knew
other.
yeah.
Well, he's doing broker.
Boat brokering, yeah. Which he had
I
talked
just
about when
saw
he
that.
was here with Bobby, because that's what Bobby does is
Mhm.
boat brokering.
Yeah.
Which is it's a great business.
Yeah.
Big commission there. But yeah, so that's it. Just year of growth. And I'd like to become a mom, I think, maybe in 2023. That would be a goal. of mine.
I see that for you.
Yeah, I see that for me. Just me like here recording the pod with a baby on the hip. Just kidding. I would
Mhm.
never bring the baby here. That would never ever happen. But that's something that I'm going for. So we'll see. Timing works in mysterious ways. Not currently pregnant. Just want to preface that for everybody out there. But yeah, that's something that I'd like to work towards.
Well,
That's one
it's
of my personal goals.
definitely happening.
Yeah.
And Justin, for you,
Justin, what do you have planned
what's
for 2023?
what's on your?
Honestly, a little bit of both of you guys. Like, definitely have some business goals on
Mhm.
there, right? Would like to have Hedge Better launched and or sold at some
Yeah.
point in 2023.
Well, because all that stuff, those dates were just announced of like when that stuff is becoming
Yeah,
legal,
so
right?
right after New Year's is
Okay.
when like in-person sports gambling
Yeah.
will come, and then I think mobile is coming like exactly sometime in March.
Yeah,
So that'd be nice.
that'll be huge for you.
Yeah, for sure. And then I would also like to learn how to golf.
Oh, we could do it together.
Yeah, that's been on my list for like years.
I'm
and I
shocked
just-
you're not.
Yeah, me too.
So here's the thing with golf is like, I guess I always felt like if you didn't learn golf when you were young, then like you missed the boat. And like I just never got into it. But then like over the last like few years, like I've done more like events or like had more things where like golf is like
Yeah,
becoming like
Cool,
a thing.
yeah.
And it's like now that you're an adult, it's like it's
Right.
what you do, right?
Yeah.
And especially like if you're doing business, like you kind of got to know how to golf.
Right.
So I need to get to the point not where I'm like oh, I'm shooting so good today. It's like I want to get to the point where it's like I can go out there with a group of people and like not
And hold your
embarrass
own.
myself.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to hold my
Yep.
own like for social reasons.
yeah.
Um,
I think that's a really good goal.
Yeah, I think those are pretty much like the two big ones. Maybe I don't know if Alyssa's listening. Maybe get engaged. We'll see.
We'll see. That would be a good one for 2023.
Yeah. So
Fingers
we'll
crossed
see.
for
Got a
that.
Couple things on the radar.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. We'll have to get on. You and I can go on the Scramble podcast, and they can teach us all about golf.
Honestly, like that. So that was my big thing. Is like, have you taken any lessons?
No, but my best friend's mom is a golf pro at Granite Links.
Okay.
So I would love to like learn to give me some.
That's the
some
thing.
tips.
If I could just go to like maybe 2 or 3 lessons, so
Yeah.
that they can teach me what to do,
Mhm.
and then I can go practice it on
Yeah.
my own. You know what I mean? But like,
But they always say like they prefer like people who teach golf lessons prefer people like you and I who have never picked up a golf club. You
Oh,
know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah.
Because they're like there's no bad
We're
habits. There's
moldable, yeah.
exactly. So that's what they say. It's like easier that way.
nice.
But I think that'll be good.
yeah, for sure.
Great. Well, everybody, we hope you guys have a happy new year. I'm going to be celebrating my 1-year anniversary tomorrow, which is crazy. So, happy anniversary to my husband if you're listening. And that's that. And we'll be back after the new year. We're going to try to be on like a little bit of a more consistent schedule with our days. And then we'll go from there. So, we will see you all in
Next
2023.
year.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
everybody.